Okay, we're going to look at another example of a recursion in Prolog. Here we've got a small program with 4 facts that basically Fred is the father, parent of Jack, Fred is the parent of Aaliyah, Fred is the parent of Paul, and Dave is the parent of Fred. And then we've got 2 rules. We've got our base case, which states that A is the ancestor of B if A is the parent of B. And then finally, A is the ancestor of B if A is the parent of X and X is the ancestor of B. Okay, and here we've got a query. We're going to say we want to find all of the ancestors, that we instantiate to A of Jack. Okay, so let's run this and just see what happens. Okay, we get Fred and we get Dave, and that's it. So Fred and Dave, according to Prolog, are ancestors of Jack. Now let's see how we get to that. Okay, so first of all, we're looking for a value of A where ancestor where Jack is A is the ancestor to Jack. Okay, so we go to this first rule, and this says that if A is the parent of Jack, then A is an ancestor of B. And if we look at our first rule here, we see that Fred is indeed a parent of Jack, so therefore Fred is an ancestor of Jack. So this is where we get this first result here. Okay, now let's look at the next rule, because Prolog will go through and check each value, each fact. It wants to make sure that it covers all of the possible solutions. So if we look at the next one, and we say, right, well, Fred, we want to find out we want to find out all of the values where Jack could possibly take B. So we look at ancestor AB if parent of A of X and X is an ancestor of Jack. Okay, so let's first of all look at, well, if Fred is the parent of Aaliyah, is Aaliyah an ancestor of Jack? So we're looking for something, this goal we're looking for, is Aaliyah an ancestor of Jack? So we're looking for this rule that matches, is Aaliyah the parent of Jack? And when we look down, we see that none of those match, so that fails. So let's look at again. So what about Fred and Paul? Okay, so does this rule hold true? So if we find Fred and Paul, okay, so X, we're looking for now X, Paul is instantiated into X, or into X is instantiated as Paul, and we're looking for a rule that matches the goal. Paul is an ancestor of Jack, and so we go here and we can't see anything, nothing matches that, so that then fails. Then we're looking at this final fact where we say Dave is the parent of Fred. So we've got Dave is the parent of Fred, and so we're looking now, is Fred the ancestor of Jack? So we go to here and we're looking for a rule. This calls this base case, and we're saying, is Fred an ancestor of Jack? Well, he is if Fred is a parent of Jack, and this matches this first rule here. So we've got A, Dave is the parent of Fred, and Fred, X, is indeed an ancestor of Jack, because this rule holds true. And so that's how we get this result where Fred and Dave are both ancestors of Jack, given this knowledge base that we have here.